Hello, dear friends. Throughout my 30 years in medicine, having the honor of listening to and treating thousands of male patients, men who came here with the desire to regain control and pride in their daily married life, I have noticed one concerning common point in most gentlemen. It is that when stepping past the age of 50, most of you carry within a belief, or more accurately, a form of resignation. You believe that declining performance, moments of inability, or the fading warmth in the bedroom are obvious and inevitable signs of aging. You assume that when the machine is old, it must run slower, and you accept it as an unchangeable rule. But today, from a medical perspective and based on the latest scientific evidence, I want to look straight into your eyes and affirm one thing. That belief is completely wrong. The truth is this: age is not the thief that steals your manhood. It is the blockage of your circulatory system that is the real culprit. When you feel weaker, it is not because you are old, but because the fuel pipes inside your body are rusting, inflamed, and narrowing, preventing life-giving blood flow from reaching where it is needed. And the good news is that you can clean those pipes without medication or expensive treatments. Nature has given us powerful solvents to do exactly that. In this video, I will share with you the top 5 plant oils, the silent heroes in the kitchen that can clear plaque, restore blood flow, and return to you your natural vitality. Especially, pay attention to oil number 1 because it is the golden key to preventing stroke that very few people know about. However, before we begin, I would truly like to know who I am speaking with. So do not hesitate to spend a few seconds leaving a comment below. Tell me your name and the city or state where you are living. To be honest with you, my joy every evening is reading comments and knowing that my sharing is helping friends in Texas, Florida, or anywhere in the world. It truly warms my heart. And if this is your first time visiting this online clinic, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button right now so you do not miss the knowledge that helps you live healthier and more confidently every day. All right, that is enough greetings. Now let us go straight to the point. We begin with oil number 5. Number 5, extra virgin olive oil. Many of us Americans often think olive oil is just something to drizzle on salad for wives who are dieting. But let me tell you a secret. Have you ever wondered why men in the Mediterranean, like in Greece or Italy, remain vigorous and keep a strong heart even into their 80s? It is not because of genetics. It is because of this liquid gold. A famous study from the University of Athens showed that men who consumed at least 9 tablespoons of olive oil per week had up to 40% lower risk of experiencing problems in the bedroom compared to those who did not use it. That 40% is not a small number, right? So how does it work? Imagine the inside of your blood vessels like an old water pipe. Over time, it becomes stiff and coated with residue. Olive oil acts like a premium lubricant. It helps soften the vessel walls and makes them more flexible so they can receive a large surge of blood when you need to perform. In addition, it helps your body produce natural testosterone much more effectively. How to use it is very simple. Do not use it for frying at high temperatures. The heat will destroy its valuable nutrients. Use it raw. Each day, drizzle about 1 to 2 tablespoons over salads, steamed vegetables, or even take it directly if you can tolerate the taste. And an important note: when you go to the supermarket, look for the label extra virgin and choose one stored in a dark glass bottle. Light is the enemy of olive oil. Do not buy the cheap clear plastic bottles. They are useless. Olive oil is excellent for softening blood vessels. But if your problem is not just blood flow, but that troublesome prostate forcing you to wake up to urinate 3 to 4 times each night, then oil number 4 coming next is exactly the savior you are looking for. Number 4, pumpkin seed oil. Let's be honest with each other. How many times did you have to wake up last night to go to the bathroom? 2 times, 3 times, or even more? And the worst part is that feeling of standing in front of the toilet, trying your best, but the stream is weak and intermittent. Then you go back to bed, tossing and turning, unable to fall asleep again. My friends, that loss of sleep does not just make you tired the next morning. It kills your testosterone. The male body produces its hormone primarily during deep sleep. If you keep waking up repeatedly, your fuel tank will be emptied. That is why you no longer have the desire or the strength for intimacy. The main reason is that your prostate is swollen and pressing against the urinary pathway. And this is when pumpkin seed oil shines. I call it the guardian of the prostate. This oil is packed with phytosterols and especially zinc. Zinc is the most important raw material for male health. It acts like a natural treatment that helps shrink an enlarged prostate, reducing pressure on the bladder. And what is the result? You will sleep straight through the night, and when you sleep well, testosterone returns. You wake up with an empty, relaxed bladder and a surge of energy ready for every other activity. How to use it? Pumpkin seed oil has a delicious nutty flavor. You can mix it into yogurt, drizzle it over pumpkin soup, or simply take one small spoon per day. Many of my patients say that after just 2 weeks, they completely forget what it feels like to wake up at 3 a.m. However, if pumpkin seed oil helps repair the pump station, then oil number 3 coming up next is known as the body's fire extinguisher. It addresses a dangerous enemy that makes your blood vessels stiff and age prematurely. You will be surprised by oil number 3. Number 3, black seed oil. Why do I include it in this list? Because it addresses the most dangerous and silent enemy of older men: inflammation. Imagine this. When you were young, your blood vessels were soft and elastic like a brand new rubber band. When necessary, they expanded easily to let blood rush in, creating instant firmness. But over the years, because of sugar, fat, stress, the inner lining of your blood vessels becomes inflamed. That inflammation swells and hardens. Now, your blood vessels are like an old water pipe left under the sun for too long, stiff and brittle. No matter how hard your heart tries to pump blood, that pipe refuses to expand. That is when you experience the top gives orders, but the bottom refuses to obey. Black seed oil is the solution to soften that system again. It contains a very powerful compound called thymoquinone. Consider this compound a fire extinguisher. It enters the bloodstream, extinguishes the smoldering flames of inflammation, helps the blood vessel walls relax, and restores their natural elasticity. When the blood vessels become soft again, they can finally expand to receive the blood flow. How to use? I must warn you first. This oil has a very strong and slightly bitter taste. It is not as pleasant as olive oil, but bitter medicine cures the disease. I recommend mixing 1 small teaspoon with a bit of honey or orange juice in the morning to make it easier to drink. If you consistently take it, you will feel less body aches, your joints will feel lighter, and most importantly, your pipes will regain the flexibility they need. But if black seed oil helps soften the pipes, then oil number 2 coming next will work like a biological pump. It activates a powerful chemical mechanism identical to how erectile medications work, but completely natural. You absolutely must not skip number 2. Number 2, pomegranate seed oil. If you have ever heard of the famous blue erectile pills, do you know what their actual mechanism is? They force your body to produce a gas called nitric oxide. Imagine nitric oxide as a traffic police officer standing at an intersection. When the signal from the brain is sent down, this officer switches on the green light and orders the blood vessel walls to expand to the maximum so blood can rush in and create firmness. The problem is this: as you age, your natural nitric oxide level drops dramatically. That traffic officer has retired. The result is that no matter how much you want it, the light stays red and the gate stays closed. Pomegranate seed oil is the solution to bring that officer back to work. It contains an enormous amount of antioxidants, especially punicalagins. This compound not only stimulates the body to produce nitric oxide more strongly, but also protects this gas molecule from being destroyed too quickly in the bloodstream. What does this mean? It means you not only achieve an erection more easily, but you also maintain it longer. It helps you solve the situation of having fun, then suddenly losing momentum, that many men experience. How to use? This is a very concentrated oil. You only need a few drops. I often advise patients to add a few drops into their morning smoothie, or mix it with a bit of olive oil to drizzle over food. If you cannot find the oil form, pure pomegranate juice, without sugar, is also an excellent alternative, though the effect will be slightly slower. And now, take a deep breath. We have gone through 4 oils that help you sleep well, soften your blood vessels, and pump blood more powerfully. But all of that becomes meaningless if your blood thickens and triggers a sudden stroke. This final oil, number 1, is the cheapest life insurance you can own. It is the king of all oils that cleanse the flow. Number 1, flaxseed oil. Why do I call it the champion? Look at this truth. The biggest enemy of an erection is not low hormones, but thick blood. Because of a diet high in oils, fried foods, and low physical activity, the blood of many of us is becoming extremely thick, like ketchup. Do you think an aging heart can pump that thick sauce through the tiny capillaries in your manhood? The answer is no. And worse, that thick blood easily forms blood clots. If that clot blocks down below, you get erectile dysfunction. But if it blocks in the brain, you have a stroke. Flaxseed oil is the best natural blood thinner on the planet. It contains the highest amount of plant-based omega-3, ALA, found in nature. When it enters the body, it acts like a premium solvent, turning the blood from thick sauce back into a smooth, flowing liquid like red wine. When the blood becomes thin and smooth, it glides through the vessels at extremely high speed. It weaves into the deepest, smallest corners of the body to awaken nerves that have been asleep. How to use. Here is what you must remember carefully. Absolutely do not heat flaxseed oil. Heat will destroy omega-3 immediately. The best way is to keep it in the refrigerator. Every morning, take 1 tablespoon, mix it with cottage cheese, drizzle it over oatmeal, or simply drink it directly. Its taste is slightly rich and creamy, very easy to drink. Gentlemen, we have now gone through the list of 5 silent heroes in your kitchen: olive oil, pumpkin seed oil, black seed oil, pomegranate seed oil, and finally, flaxseed oil. I know, after hearing all of this, you may be feeling a bit confused and asking yourself, "Doctor, do I have to take all of these at the same time?" The answer is no, absolutely not. Do not turn your kitchen into a chemistry lab. That will only create unnecessary pressure. My most sincere advice for you is this. Start very simple. Today, listen to your body and choose just one oil that solves the problem you are most worried about. If your biggest fear is stroke or blood clot,